addictions are bad.
The same perpetrators, the same narratives telling us they were wrong, that I was made wrong.
And I'm still struggling to find the words to say, I miss you.
I am going to write a poem about me.
They will know my feelings are worth something.
Call yourself a poet, even when you don't believe it.
Because when you see them hanging
On your every word, this is all you ever want to be.
For me, it starts almost like planting a flower. Like it starts with a little seed and then you grow off that. That's how I write. I know it's different for everyone. If I know I have a deadline coming, then I'll be like, okay, I have to think about it. But most of the time it comes to me I randomly just start talking to myself. I just take a random concept. One of the poems I'm writing right now, it's okay, if men had periods, what would happen? Okay, if men had periods, there would be no pink text, there would be no, it just kind of comes to me as I'm just talking to myself.
I struggle a lot with talking about myself, especially if it's just regular conversation. That's why I always chose the abstract approach, where I can just hide behind metaphors or personification or literary devices. But people understand me better through the lens of somebody who has experienced this, not somebody who's just telling a story. There's more chance for them to feel what you're feeling, to understand what you're trying to say, to see what you're seeing. But I always felt like poetry adds so much more to a story, to a thought, to a feeling.
I definitely get inspired by a lot of my friends' pieces because I don't know, it's something about being in an environment of people who understand what you're going through and you're just wow, I couldn't have said that better myself. But whenever you step into a room of poets, an open mic or a competition, it doesn't matter what the purpose is for being there. It's being surrounded by everybody who you know is going to give you the best positive reaction you can hope for.
I actually wrote my college essay about this. I wrote about my first time performing slam poetry, or performing poetry as a whole. It was the last few minutes of the whole night, and I didn't know if I wanted to go up. I didn't feel like I should have got up in the first place. But something in me just said, let's just go for it. It was nerve-wracking. I felt like I was about to faint in the middle of the stage, but as soon as I left and performed, the stage hugged me and said I did well. So after that experience, I always relive it every time I go on the stage because I did something that I never thought I could do. It was never me going on stage and performing something so meaningful as poetry.
There's such a special feeling of going up on a mic. It's not that you're just talking to the audience. You're talking to whoever the audience is gonna go and tell this. You're not just talking to 10 people, you're talking to 100 people because those 10 people are going to tell 10 people and those 10 people are going to tell another 10 people. And it's really your words are spreading a message that you want the world to hear.
Art takes you places. It can take you anywhere you want it to if you put enough effort and resilience and passion into it. And that's what I've been trying to do. I'm currently a creative writing major. I've joined the YPSU Poetry Society there at UCF, and poetry has taken me so many places and done so many opportunities. When people tell you that you can only be one thing, it becomes stressful and depressing. That they only see you as one thing, that you cannot branch out to be more. I know that no matter what, I will always put my truth out, well, no matter what other people tell me to do.
The future is a scary thing to think about, obviously. I know, I just turned 18 and I'm wow, time really flew by that fast. But I think when it comes to how poetry is going to help me in that future, I think for me it serves as a diary or collection of the history of yourself. Every time I write something, I want to look back at some 3 poems before and see, okay, how have I grown?
It is a process of acceptance and self-reflection. To understand that poetry will always be with you, even if you are not writing it every second of the day. Because life gets busy and your feelings all over the place. Sometimes not even poetry can help you with that. But in the end, it will be there. And I sincerely believe that no matter what, poetry will always influence what I do. Influence what I say, influence how I say things, influence how I feel.
I don't think poetry is ever gonna leave my life. I think I will always crave going up on the mic and going up and like just speaking like my truth to everybody. Before poetry, I didn't really like know how to get what I was like feeling like out of my head. Like it was there. But then when I started writing poetry, I was like, okay, like I do have the words to say it. It was finding like my voice when I didn't really like know what that sounded like. So I think with writing poetry, it's just helped me found like a more confident way to say what I need to say, a more confident way to like get my ideas and like what I feel like the world should know like out there. Like it's a testament to like the human story. Like I don't think any type of like literature can ever encapsulate the way that people truly feel the way poetry does.